Now, turning now to politics, with a growing number of GOP House members saying President Obama has overstepped his constitutional authority and is changing laws without congressional input. Just this week, the House passing 2 new bills to deal with the issue of executive overreach. Joining us now, Republican Congressman from Florida and the author of the Faithful Execution of the Law Act, Ron DeSantis. Welcome, Congressman. Great to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Let's talk for a moment about the bill that you have been so passionately supporting, the fact that you and many of your colleagues believe that executive overreach has to stop.
Well, that's right, Uma. When we took office last January, we all swore an oath to support and defend the Constitution. The Constitution's clear. Congress is given the authority by the American people to legislate, and the President is given the authority and, in fact, has a duty to take care that the laws are faithfully executed. And so the executive branch certainly has some discretion in how they enforce laws, but they don't have the ability to simply choose not to enforce laws. And so we've seen this time and time again where the President is simply rewriting statutes, and ultimately that's draining our legislative authority. And so a number of us believe that it was time that we do something about it. I hope that we could get some support in the Senate for this. I'm not optimistic because I think Senator Reid has decided to just simply allow the President to do this. But I do think what's happening now, if we don't stand up, there will be implications for the future, and there'll be a lot of my friends on the other side of the aisle who won't like what happens when a future Republican tries to pull some of this stuff.
Now, this proposed law would allow Congress to actually sue the President in federal courts for arbitrarily changing or refusing to enforce federal laws because it violates the separation of powers. Is that correct?
So that is my colleague Trey Gowdy. That is his bill, the Enforce Act. And the idea is there's certain prudential roadblocks for going into court. The bill addresses those. It's still not a guarantee that the court would actually hear the case. These are basically political disputes. But we're in the situation now where we don't have a willing partner in the Senate. So I think a lot of my colleagues were just frustrated. We want to tell our constituents we're doing everything we can to try to stand up for separation of powers and the rule of law.
Well, your bill did pass, and I know that you were very happy about this. And as you're waiting to see what the Senate does, I know that you're going to be really pushing hard to see that the Senate supports what you have been pushing for all along.
Well, that's right. I mean, the President came to the State of the Union and he told us in Congress, hey, do what I want. If you don't do it, I'll do it anyways. And we looked over on the other side of the aisle, and a lot of my Democratic colleagues were cheering. I'm not going to cheer any president who says that they can simply go around Congress at their will.
All right, Congressman. Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it.